back. Welcome back to another edition, man. More to live for. I'm your host, the voice of the North, CEO of this great platform, More to Live for. Today, my good subscribers, man, I got a reaction, man. To old Clydell leaving 60 days in, man. I seen a few other YouTubers giving a reaction. I figure I'd give my spiel, being that I actually did a project with him about the show, yada yada yada. The show was in my town, yada yada yada. So that's why I want to give my spiel on it. So yeah, man, if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right to it, man. Let's get right to it. So welcome back to the show, man. Hope everybody doing all right, man. Shout out to all the new subscribers, old subscribers, man. Anybody that's catching this great content, shout out to you. So we definitely gonna kick things off, man. We're gonna kick things right off, man. Old Clydell, aka Dirtyweather 916, decided to put the hands together like Birdman. He in there doing the Birdman. Done put his hand together like Birdman, whatever. So to me, man, to be honest, my whole reaction, I'm disappointed, but not in a way that other people might be disappointed. Me personally, I'm disappointed because I wanted him to win, whatever the little BS is about. You know what I mean? Whatever the BS prize is. So that's the only reason that you know what I mean. Me personally, I'm upset with him leaving. I definitely didn't expect it, and especially after having to go into you know what I mean, that COVID quarantine for 5 days, having to go through that, and then to get the gin pop and only do 86 minutes. Yeah, I definitely understand the backlash. I definitely understand how that looked, man. And dudes, it really is coming at him, man. So um, it's funny because, like, I think I know the real Dirt. You know what I mean? I was able to meet him a couple times. I think I could say I know the real Dirt. So hearing people talk about him like that, man, it's definitely a little funny to me at times. So um, like I said, man, the only disappointment I have, man, is like I wanted him to win the show. You know what I mean? I didn't see that coming. But when you look at the bigger picture, man, when you really look at the bigger picture, you gotta ask yourself, man, like the number one thing, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and address this first, because this what seems to be the topic of a lot of conversations. How he do 18 years on a bid and then going catch a violation, going to run, do another 23 months, doing all of this really back to back. So altogether, that's like a good 20, 21 years of his life gone right there with going on the run and them two bids or whatever. So people are asking the question like how he can do that, but level four California prison yard and level three, mainly four though. You know what I mean? How he do that, but can't handle little Pitt County detention center. To me personally, man, the way I feel about it, I'm gonna be real, man. Like it's a big difference between going to jail, going to prison, and you ain't going nowhere until this bid up. I'm talking about for a fact you ain't going nowhere versus going to jail on a TV show when you know that you one bird man sign away from ending all this shit, man. You all the way out here in North Carolina, man. So you know what I mean. I understand why you're ready to get back to Cali. Hey, who gonna fault you on that? It's just everything that comes with it. You know what I mean? Everything that comes with it, how people looking at it, how it's being perceived. That you know what I mean? People looking at the homie like it's like people ready to call cap on a lot of his stories, but I know that you know what I mean. He all his stuff legit, man. But this definitely him leaving the show this early definitely ain't a good look. Like I said, man, doing 5 days in quarantine and then only hitting the yard, hitting Gen Pop for a little over an hour and then calling it quits. That ain't a good look. But Dude, the other Cali dude that was on the show too, by the time he got to population, dude had already gone too. So I mean, at the end of the day, man, you gotta think, man, like is any amount of money worth going to jail, sitting in jail? That's how you gotta look at it. Cause like you get locked up for a crime, whether you did it or not. But if you get locked up and you go through that process of jail, you know what jail is, and you know you ain't getting out. That's a whole different mindset from sitting in jail and knowing you can get out at any given time. You know what I mean? You gotta think about that. So I ain't got no, you know what I mean? I ain't got no shade to throw at the homie way. Like I said, the ramifications that came with being on the show, that's really the only thing I can really dwell on. Like everything that he, you know what I mean, went through, man. Like he didn't have no backlash from his hood, but you know what I mean, he had some questions to answer. You know what I mean? Just like anybody else that's from a hood, even though he ain't active like he was in the '90s and the early 2000s. But you know what I mean, you still from the hood, and you still got people that look up to you in a way. So it was questions to be answered. So going through all of that and not finishing it, you know what I mean? That's the only bad look. You know what I mean? To be totally honest, that's the only bad look. Cause like I said, leaving jail because you wanted to, shit, I ain't got no problem with that. I promise I don't. But going, you know what I mean, coming all the way on a different coast, um, you know what I mean, putting your health on the line and all of that, man. Like I said, I understand that's a reason to leave, but at the same time, I understand that, you know what I mean, you had all of that going on before you even came, so you knew that risk that you were taking. But when the risk outweigh the reward, it's time to get up out of there, man. So as simple as that, man. I ain't gonna switch up on you. The people over here in North Carolina and Greenville that you were able to meet, you met a couple cool people. I was able to meet you, introduce you to a few other people. This was all inside of, you know what I mean, the restaurant that I was working at, and you shouted them out in the video that we did. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't looking at you no different, man. I think your face still good in Greenville, and it's definitely still good in Sacramento, Del Paso Heights to be specific. I definitely think your face still good there. So, you know, I don't think to a certain degree, I don't think all the backlash is warranted, but to a certain degree, some of it is funny. I definitely understand that. Some of it is funny, but you know what I mean. I understand why. You know what I mean? Because like I said, man, like I helped promote it, you helped promote it, and then for you to only do 86 minutes, yeah, I mean, I understand why people looking the way they did, but at the end of the day, man, you came all the way from California to North Carolina, Greenville to be exact, Pitt County to be exact, my county, voice of the North, you know what I mean? And you was able to be on that show. So when you got that experience at the end of the day, you got that experience and got paid for it versus somebody doing something here, going on the run and had to come back and go through that same experience. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't look at you a different way, man. Shout out to homie Dirtyweather, man. Shout out the whole sack. You know what I mean? Shout out 916, man, for real, man. That's how we doing it. And me and the homie gonna keep rocking. We're gonna have another project coming together real soon about the whole reunion thing, man, and how that goes, man, and how that was. So be on the lookout for that, man. I definitely want everybody to, you know what I mean? Like, drop a comment, man. Let me know how you feel about the homie Dirtyweather 916. He did a total of 21 years and some change in California prison, but he did 5 days in PCDC quarantine and an hour and a half in general population. What are your thoughts about that? Like I said, me personally, I respect it. You already got health issues. Health ain't nothing to play with, but at the end of the day, you got the option to leave. So I can't look at you no type of way for leaving. You feel me? I can't look at you no type of way. My only disappointment is I wanted you to win. You feel me? And that's just keeping it all the way 100, man. That's just keeping it all the way 100. So shout out to the homie. Be on the lookout for another project with him, man. And yeah, man, let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Share this video with a friend, man. See how they feel about it, man. Especially if they from where I'm from. But if they ain't, that's cool too. Because everybody done seen this by now. So we're gonna wrap things up, man. I'm the voice of the North, man. It's been another edition, man. The more to live for, man. My reaction to the homie, Clydell, aka Dirtyweather 916, leaving the show, man. He got up out of there. Gone. He been back in Cali. So that's how we're gonna do it, man. Spin the block, man. Watch it 2-3 times, man, until you see what I see. And that's some great content. And we're gonna wrap things up like that, man. Why settle for less? My last name's more, man. Force of the North, man.